Cinderella was once a happy young girl living with her loving father. Her life was full of warmth, comfort, and care. But everything changed after her father passed away. She was left alone with her cruel stepmother and two jealous stepsisters. At first, they pretended to be kind, but soon their true nature appeared. They began treating Cinderella like a servant instead of family. She was forced to live in a small corner of the house. Her beautiful clothes were taken away and replaced with old, torn dresses. Even though her life became painful, Cinderella never lost her kindness. She stayed gentle, patient, and full of hope. Deep inside her heart, she believed that someday her life would change. Every single day, Cinderella woke up before sunrise. While everyone else slept peacefully, she started her chores. She cleaned the floors, washed clothes, and prepared meals. Her hands became rough from all the hard work she did. Her stepmother never showed any kindness. Instead, she kept giving Cinderella more and more work. Her stepsisters made fun of her and treated her badly. They laughed at her simple clothes and tired appearance. Even though she felt hurt, Cinderella never complained. Sometimes she would quietly sit by the window and look outside. She dreamed of a life where she could finally be free and happy. One day, something unexpected happened. A royal messenger arrived with an important announcement. The king was organizing a grand ball at the palace. All young women in the kingdom were invited to attend. The purpose of the ball was special. The prince would choose someone to be his future partner. The entire house filled with excitement. Cinderella's stepsisters immediately started planning their outfits. Cinderella felt a small spark of hope in her heart. She wished she could attend the ball too. But when she asked her stepmother, she was cruelly rejected. Her dream was once again taken away. Cinderella still tried her best to go to the ball. She worked hard all day to finish every task given to her. Her stepsisters got ready in beautiful dresses. They wore jewelry and admired themselves in the mirror. Cinderella helped them patiently, even though her heart was breaking. Finally, she asked again if she could join them. Her stepmother gave her impossible work to do. Even after completing everything, she was still refused. As the carriage left, Cinderella stood alone at the door. Tears rolled down her face as she realized she would not go. At that moment, she felt completely hopeless and alone. The fairy godmother smiled and gave her one important warning. She told Cinderella that the magic would only last until midnight. After that, everything would return to normal. Cinderella promised to be careful and return before time. She looked at her sparkling dress and glass slippers. She felt confident, beautiful, and full of joy. With excitement in her heart, she stepped into the magical carriage. As it moved toward the palace, she felt like her dreams were finally coming true. As Cinderella sat there crying, something magical happened. A soft light appeared around her. Suddenly, a kind fairy godmother stood before her. She smiled gently and spoke with warmth. The fairy told Cinderella not to lose hope. She had come to make her dream come true. With a wave of her wand, magic filled the air. A pumpkin turned into a shining carriage. Mice became strong horses, and her torn dress transformed into a beautiful gown. Cinderella could hardly believe her eyes. For the first time, she looked like royalty. The palace was filled with bright lights and music. People were dancing and celebrating everywhere. When Cinderella entered, the entire hall went silent. Everyone was amazed by her beauty. The prince noticed her immediately. He walked towards her and invited her to dance. They spent the evening together, talking and smiling. Cinderella felt a happiness she had never felt before. For a moment, she forgot all her troubles. She felt like she truly belonged there. Suddenly, the clock began to strike midnight. Cinderella remembered the fairy's warning. Panic filled her heart. She quickly ran out of the palace. As she rushed down the stairs, one of her glass slippers slipped off. But she didn't stop to pick it up. The prince followed her, trying to stop her. But she disappeared into the night. The magic ended, and everything returned to normal. All that remained was the glass slipper. The prince could not forget the mysterious girl. He decided to find her at any cost. He traveled across the kingdom with the glass slipper. Every girl was asked to try it on. Many tried, but none of them fit perfectly. Finally, he arrived at Cinderella's house. Her stepsisters eagerly tried the slipper, but it did not fit them. Then Cinderella quietly stepped forward and asked to try. Everyone laughed at her, but when she wore the slipper, it fit perfectly. The prince immediately recognized her. He realized she was the girl from the ball. Cinderella's life changed in that moment. Her kindness and patience were finally rewarded. She left her old life behind. She married the prince and became a princess. Her days of sadness were over forever. Cinderella finally found happiness, love, and peace. And from that day on, she lived happily ever after.